Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Friday's episode of Tea with Richard. I'm here live from another day in sunny Durham, and today it is Friday, the 15th of May, and we're going to be having our usual Friday chat about things to do at the weekend and various important things that I think you all need to be aware of. As I've said before, my name is Richard Hornby, and if you want to catch up on anything I've said and watch this episode again, because we are going to be covering some fairly important issues today, you can find an archive of all the previous episodes of Tea with Richard on our website, which is mallard-days.com/tea. Now, last night I had one of my regular meetings with community leaders and other significant people who are working directly with members of our community in Durham. And one of the things that came up was that people at the moment are extremely worried about their financial situation and are quite unsure of where to find information about what they're entitled to, what things are available to support them, and where to find help. So I thought I'd use the first section of today's episode just to go over a few of the key things surrounding finances. Now, to start with, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a specialist in any kind of tax or anything like that, but I can point you in the direction of good resources that will be able to help you. If you do have any questions about finance during the coronavirus pandemic and you're not sure where to look, feel free to drop them in the chat on the right hand side of the screen. If I spot them, I'll answer them and I'll let you know of the resources where I could probably find out answers for you. So, as I said, this is in direct response to members of our community who are struggling. So, to start with, this is a podcast that is based in County Durham. So I'm just moving to the right so we can see the graphic down the side of the screen. So one of the first points of contact for you to look at is Durham County Council's website. And I'm sorry about the text being slightly off the screen there. Let me just set that up again. There we go. And that is durham.gov.uk/COVID-19 money. The Durham County Council have a range of financial support available, and please forgive me for quoting their information. They are able to help spread council tax payments, check if you're eligible for a reduction on your council tax bill, help with daily living expenses through the Welfare Assistance Scheme, assist with school meal vouchers, and give you help on applying for universal credit and other benefits. So if that sort of thing would be useful to you, please do look on the County Durham website, durham.gov.uk/COVID-19 money. You can also ring the help telephone number, which is scrolling along the bottom of the screen throughout all these episodes, 03000 260 260, and someone on the end of the phone there will be able to help you. Also, if you're looking more generally for support, tips, tricks, and advice, I would really recommend Martin Lewis's moneysavingexpert.com website. They have several guides available on that site about coronavirus, including for employees, the self-employed, finance and bills, universal credits and benefits, travel rights, and more general suggestions about life in lockdown and what you can do to manage your finances. If you are looking for advice, this is a fantastic place to start. It's regularly updated with all the key information, and also you can get a flavour of what's on there by listening to the Martin Lewis Money Show, which is on a half-hour slot every Thursday at 8:03 on ITV1. You can also watch that on catch-up on the ITV Hub. So that's Martin Lewis's Money Show and moneysavingexpert.com, which is an invaluable resource for finding out more about finances. Also, there is the official Money Advice Service website, which is moneyadviceservice.org.uk, and all these links will appear in the description of this video as well, should you need them. And that contains more free and impartial advice on the impact of coronavirus on your money, and how to apply for various grants, loans, etc. Obviously, this advice, it's all fine and well mentioning the advice, but sometimes people are in crisis, and coronavirus may have pushed people over the edge into what we call a crisis situation. If you are in crisis, again, please do contact the council. They may be able to help you in the short term. Also, there are three organisations which are National Debtline, Citizens Advice, and Step Change Debt Charity. The details of those are on the screen now. And if you are struggling, please get in touch. Please go look for help. There is help out there if you need it. So I know money is quite a difficult subject to talk about on what's generally a lighter show such as this, but it's really important to bring this to people's attention because there will be some people out there who are struggling silently, and if there may well be help out for you, and if you don't look for it, you possibly won't be able to find it. So that was just to show you some of the possible places you can go to find financial help during this time. In our meeting yesterday, I was also informed of something a little more bright to lighten the area. And if you remember, about a month ago, in one of the earlier episodes, I mentioned that the City of Durham Parish Council had arranged for some leftover plants to be left at certain places in the city to be collected when people are passing on their exercise to plant in their gardens. I'm pleased to say that there is another run of these happening this weekend. Giles Gates will be available from 10 o'clock, and if you look on the Giles Gate Update Facebook group, you will see the location of where you can collect these plants. They are available for anybody. There will be a limit of a tray per person. I don't know what a tray consists of, and these are now available, and these will be available and ready to collect tomorrow. And if you're not in Giles Gate but you are further out in our city, then if you find the message where last times were announced, it will be the same place as this time. So that will be for Saturday from around 10 a.m. in Giles Gate. It could be elsewhere at other times in the rest of the city. So please take advantage of this. We are asking for donations. Last time's was for the Women's Refuge, which is being delivered at the moment. I don't know where this time's donation is going to because I haven't been given that information. But once it's been made, I'll let you know of the outcome of that. So that's bedding plants that are available to collect from tomorrow in Durham. Again, this is a Durham City activity. If one of the viewers, and I know we do have a few who aren't in Durham and are watching this, there may well be things like that happening in your community as well. So please look on your community portal, your council's website, your parish council, or even a residents group that you're involved with, as they may be doing something in your local community along a similar vein. So that's the end of the information section for today's episode. And as always on a Friday, we'll now head over to your corner. Now, I mentioned a few minutes ago that we do have viewers not in County Durham. And the first image in our Your Corner today, for those people who know County Durham, people who go, where the heck's that? The answer is it's not County Durham, it's in Essex. It's one of our regular viewers who's not in Durham, who submitted a photograph of the harbour in Malden. And we also have some lovely flowers that have been submitted. And if you remember in previous Your Corners, it seems like that every week John is giving us an update on how his sunflowers are growing. So we have another photograph from John, and he's also put in a little suggestion in one of his photographs that if you are trying to grow things and you have a slug problem, why not use old lemonade bottles as a little cloche to cover it? You don't have to buy a fancy cloche. Maybe just put an old lemonade bottle around the pot, and that'll stop slugs and snails getting to your growing plants. So here are today's contributions for Your Corner. So thank you very much to our viewers for submitting those contributions. And just a reminder that we are always looking for more contributions to your corner. So if you've been up to something, if you've been growing something, whatever it is you've been doing, please let me know. Get in touch using the email address at the end of the episode, and we might share your thing in Friday's show next week. So now, as we kind of do most Fridays, we have a little bit of a section called Things to See and Do. And today's Things to See are mainly things we've mentioned on previous episodes. And once again, if you want to see them, there will be links in the comments below on this video, or you can just search them from what I'm saying. So, as always on a Friday now, we have our regular message of a virtual visit to Chester Zoo. And today's is featuring endangered species. And you can get that by going to the official Chester Zoo, that's what it's called, official Chester Zoo, YouTube channel today. And every hour they're featuring a different endangered species on today's episode. It was rhinos this morning. I think we saw some tree frogs or something in the 11 o'clock show that I saw out of the corner of my eye while I was preparing for this video. So if you are interested in animals and you want to have a virtual visit to Chester Zoo, just look for the official Chester Zoo YouTube channel, and that is free of charge. So there's nothing you need to pay. You can just go on and enjoy spending some time with some animals and their keepers. Yesterday, as always on a Thursday, the National Theatre Live had their weekly show, which was the Barbershop Chronicles. It's not one that I know, but that is available for another 48 hours on the National Theatre's YouTube channel. Also, Andrew Lloyd Webber's The Shows Must Go On YouTube channel at 7 p.m. tonight is premiering a performance of Cats, the musical, with some commentary, I believe, from Andrew Lloyd Webber himself. So that's The Shows Must Go On YouTube channel at 7 p.m. tonight. Now, that one isn't as live premiere, and there isn't a capture facility. So if you want to watch that, you have to actually go to that channel at 7 o'clock this evening. I've also been asked to mention a play that is taking place online on Sunday, which is called Green Door Action Against Domestic Abuse. Again, I'll put a link in the description if you want to go and watch that, but it's a fantastic cause. It was going to be a charity event that was due to take place this weekend in real life, but unfortunately, because the theatres where it was going to be shown are closed, they've taken it online. So that production is taking place online. I will put links in the description if you want to go and support that play. It's themed around domestic abuse, so it's probably going to be quite a hard issues-based play. If that's the sort of thing you'd like to watch and you'd like to contribute to, they're raising money for charities around domestic abuse. That link is in the description, and I encourage you to go and watch it. Finally, this weekend, there would have been a big event happening on national television on BBC One, because it is the weekend of what would have been the Eurovision Song Contest. And BBC One are doing an entire evening of programmes themed around the Eurovision Song Contest, including a best acts of the Eurovision Song Contest show, and also a show showing all 41 entries which would have performed at this year's Eurovision contest performing at home. There's no obvious contest this year, it's just a bit of fun, but hopefully it will provide a nice evening's entertainment for those of you who like Eurovision and Eurovision music. So those are my 4 things to see and do this weekend. Now, as always, it's time to bring today's episode to an end with a spot of reflection time. And today's reflection time is a very simple one. Show gratitude to people who are helping make things better. It's basically saying thank you. Thank you to all those critical care workers, all those support workers, those people who we go out and applaud on a night, those people in our community who are running things like food banks, helping the elderly get their food boxes, those bakeries and small businesses who've been helping throughout the pandemic to keep us supplied, postmen, dustmen, bin men rather, um, delivery drivers, all those people who've helped, teachers, sorry, almost missed my own profession out there, teachers, all those people who have tried to work hard to keep things going and to try to make the world a better place. If you see somebody maybe delivering a parcel, give them a friendly wave, give them a thumbs up, show your appreciation for those people who are helping out at this particular difficult time. Because they, in a way, are putting their lives on the line to help you. And it's really, really important that you show your appreciation for them. So that's today's meaningful May action, to show your gratitude to people who are helping to make things better. And with that, I'm bringing today's video to an end. As always, if you want to get in touch with me, my email address is t@mallard-days.com and is on the bottom of the screen now. And you can catch up and watch all the previous episodes of Tea with Richard on our website, which is mallard-days.com/tea. Finally, if you want to get informed about when Tea with Richard goes live again, you can click the subscribe button, click the bell next to it. It'll give you an email reminder as we go live. We've only got about 5 subscribers at the moment, and we've got more people who are watching the video. So please, if you do like the video, please think to give it a thumbs up at the bottom of the screen by clicking the thumbs up button, or indeed subscribe to the channel, as this shows that this enables me to see that you're watching it and you're enjoying our content. So please, if you do that, also that means that YouTube will give it higher rankings, so it'll appear in more people's feeds, and so more people will get to find out about the useful information that we're talking about here. Again, if you're watching on the website, you can just click my face in the top left-hand corner, and that will enable you to subscribe as well. Thank you very much to everyone for joining me on today's episode. I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely weekend, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday for another episode of Tea with Richard. And finally, of course, just remember that when you've finished your tea, please do wash your hands, as by doing this and doing the actions that you've been told in your advice, we will be able to get past coronavirus, and eventually we will be able to resume to something more like the normality we were used to. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone, and I'll speak to you on Monday. Goodbye.